What's up, healer? Marina Simone here, beyond excited to help you slay online sales with our Sip and Slay marketing. Next brand new episode about failure. Failure. Can we all just get really excited about failing for a second here? Yeah, we're going to get excited tonight about failing your way to success. And I'm going to drop a whole bunch of ways that I've failed in my business so you don't feel like you're alone in this whole failure game. And if you're wondering why my eyes are so red, I got my lashes done and I'm allergic to the lash glue. Okay. Okay. But I'm excited because tonight I'm going to be giving away $100 cash to two healers. Two of you are going to win $100 cash. So, how do you enter to win? One, you share this broadcast. You literally start tagging people in the comment section. You're like, yeah, I want all my friends to know that failure is okay and that failing is not a bad thing. And we got to fail our way to success together. So tag your homies in the comment section. Number one, that's how you're going to enter to win $100 cash. Or you can share this broadcast in your team chats and then drop a screenshot into the comment section if you could do that. I don't know if you could do that. Just share it and then share it in the comments if you do that. I'll trust you. And that will enter you to win. And we're going to announce the winner tomorrow live at 12 noon Eastern, right here on this page, right on my Marina Simone business page. So you want to make sure you share this so you can enter into the raffle. Now let's get into the goods and let's talk about failure. Why do we hate failing so much as humans? Why? Why do you think you hate failing so much as a human? What do you think it is? When I think about failing, it makes me feel like crap. When I think about the word itself, like when I hear failure, it's like knife in my heart. And I feel like it's like those kids in middle school, like laughing at you when you fall, or the kids that are laughing at you when you get a bad grade or when you get the answer wrong. Like failing, it makes you feel crappy, right? The stupid lash. Will you stay up? I just got you done. No. It makes you feel like crap, right? So would you say that negative feeling that you have around failing might actually be blocking you from success? Yes or yes? So let me tell you what I used to think about failure. I would get embarrassed when I would fail. I would get embarrassed when I would get the answer wrong. I would get embarrassed when I didn't know the answer. I would get embarrassed when I would try to recruit somebody and they told me no. I would get embarrassed when I set a goal and then I didn't hit it. I would get embarrassed when I had a failed launch. I would get embarrassed when my check went backwards in my business. I would get embarrassed if I had fights in my relationship because failure was such a negative feeling. It still is sometimes. Not going to keep it, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. But what I came to realize over the years is that failure is what shaped me. Choosing the wrong relationships led me to my husband. Choosing the wrong paths led me to the path that I'm on now. Choosing the wrong career led me to network marketing and social media marketing. Not finishing college the way I was supposed to and still paying for it, even though I didn't finish it. Can we just put that out there? Okay. Even though I didn't get that successful degree, here I am now. So, what if your failure shaped you to get to where you are right now? And the only way to get to that next level is to fail. If you're like, damn, dude, you mean I really got to fail? Yep. Failure allows you to do three things. Ready for this? Failure allows you to examine what didn't work so you stop doing it. So then you don't continue to fail. Now, how many of you would say, okay, so you know that, right? Like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. If I fail doing this, I can look at why I failed and look at the actions, what made me fail, and then I can not do those again and test and tweak them to make them better. But some of you are sitting in and continue to do the things that don't work, that you keep failing on the same thing. You got to examine what didn't work. And this is where a lot of us are like, no, we're moving so fast. We want results, we want success. So we don't stop and examine what didn't work. So ask yourself, like, what is that thing that you did that didn't work? So that's first. So I'm like, okay, I got to examine all the shit that's not working right now. Drop guilty. I love that. Jennifer says, yes, guilty. Okay. Well, we have to stop doing that. Let's become aware. Let's turn our brains on and let's say, okay, that didn't work. Or this is why I continue to fail in the same freaking place, because I'm not examining this. Okay. So that's one. Two, failing helps us create critical thinking. Creates critical thinking. What do we need critical thinking for? Entrepreneurship, you got to be a critical thinker. As a parent, we've got to be a critical thinker. In a marriage, we have to be able to critical think. When things go wrong, we have to be able to critical think. Critical thinking is extremely important. Now, some of you have turned off your critical thinking. You turned it off. And what are you doing? You are in robot mode. You are thinking just like this. You're like, maybe I will find success and I will make money. Instead of, this is why I'm not making money. And this is why I can make money. And this is how I'm going to test and tweak how I can start making more money. Instead, we're like this. You get it? Like you're on this like robotic trend of, I want to go viral on social media. I need to recruit the right person so my team blows up. No, that's not critical thinking. That's literally just like boring thinking. That's getting you stuck like Chuck. Okay. And the third thing failure does is it helps us to be innovative. I think of Steve Jobs whenever I think about innovation. And the reason I think about him is because he is like the ultimate goal of CEO. And then he wasn't the goal of CEO. And then he came back with a vengeance because he was innovative. But if he hadn't failed, would he have been as innovative as he was to create the massive amounts of success that he did coming back the second time around? So you can't get innovation without failure. And what failure does is it's going to teach us about money. It's going to teach us about relationships. It's going to teach us about love. It's going to teach us about business. It's going to teach us about ourselves. We've got to fail. We've got to fail. And it sucks, right? It sucks. But what if it didn't suck? What if you got excited every time you screwed something up? What if you got excited when you found out what didn't work? What if you got excited when you examined the failures and found what made it fail so you didn't have to do it again? What if you felt good about that failure? That would change the way you feel about failing. And I guarantee you would go out and fail more. Because in order for you to succeed, you've got to find the failures. But if you're not failing enough in multiple things, you're not innovative. Like crazy, right? So this failure is setting the stage for big goals. Is this on? Failure sets the stage for those goals that you have. You can't improve if you're not challenged. Oh, that's a big one. So failure does not equal defeat. Failure is not the end. Failure is not the end of the road. Failure is redirecting you onto another path. You just have to examine it so you can find that other path. So I want to challenge you tonight to not get absorbed with a negative feeling around failure. Some of you are approaching your businesses with, I don't want to fail. Yes, you do. You want to fail. So then you can examine it. So then you can use your critical thinking. And so you can pivot and get innovative. Yes or yes? How many of your team members right now need to hear this? Need to hear that it's okay to fail, to let go of the fear of failure. That failure does not equal defeat. That failure is not the end of the road. That the failure is just a way for you to get to success, and that you should celebrate the failures because you can examine the failures so you can critical think, so then you can be innovative just like Steve Jobs. How does that feel? Does that take some weight off your shoulders? Failure forces you out of your freaking comfort zone. That's why some of you won't fail, because you want to stay comfortable. Some of you won't fail because you are so scared of the uncomfort. But you want success. You want it. You want the big bucks. You want the big community. You want the big stuff. You can't get to the big stuff without getting out of your comfort zone, and failure forces you to get uncomfortable. So I'm going to share one of my failures with you as I wrap this up tonight. There was a time when I would go on a recruiting spree and I would, sell a lot of my courses and sell a lot of my coaching. And like, I would have all this energy and I would have all of this like confidence. And then something bad would happen. Not bad, but okay. Like a little fork in the road, an obstacle. Something would break, my funnel wouldn't work, or the person would ghost me, or the person that said they were going to, sign up for one-on-one coaching didn't sign up for it, or people, because they didn't have money would have to cancel memberships. Like all of this stuff would literally put me in a place where I looked at myself and I would say, you suck, you're failing. Why are you even doing this anymore? Now, when I look back, I know that that was just a part of me having to go through that imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is so real. But what I realized is that it's the way that I felt about myself when I failed. And so even now to this day, if something doesn't go exactly how I planned, I self-sabotage. And I have to become aware of that. And then when I fail, I have to remind myself, like, dude, it's okay if you failed, because the next success is on the other side of that. And so I want you to know, if you're thinking about launching that online course for the first time and you're afraid of failure, do it anyway so you can fail, so you can be successful. The first time I launched my very first online course, by the way, I was in debt like $2,500 because my computer broke and I had to buy the computer in order to make the course. And I didn't know what I was doing. And then I spent too much money and then I wasted money on ads and I had no idea what I was doing. But here I am today with a multiple seven-figure business. I'm telling you, maybe some of you are like afraid to go all in with online marketing. Maybe some of you are terrified of telling your story. You're never going to tell it the right way, the perfect time. I was just on Marina Worre's stage, and I'll tell you, I forgot half of my presentation because I went down a different path while I was on the stage. So did I fail? Technically, I failed. Technically, I failed to deliver what I was going to deliver on that stage. Does it mean that I failed forever? Does it mean that I sucked and I should stop? Does that mean I should give up on my family's dreams, on my dreams? No. Because if I don't fail, then I can't pivot. If I don't fail, then I can't critical think. I can't examine what went wrong so I can do better. So here's what I want you to know. I still fail. And I still don't like it, but I remind myself that because I have to shift the sail and go a different path, failure does not equal defeat. None of you are done. And if you're thinking about launching that online course, do it. That coaching program, do it. If you're thinking about, setting a big goal because you want to be a top leader in your network marketing company, set it. Go all in. Fail with some fierce attitude, because that's the only way to get out of your comfort zone. So I love you guys. If this was helpful, drop in the comments what you loved best about this. Please share this with your teams. I'd love to help as many people as I can with this message, because I know what it feels like to feel like a failure, and we get stuck in that nonsense. And I want to help as many people as I can get through it. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. I will see you next week, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sip and Slay Marketing. Bye.